Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, 10 Minutes Exploration. Today we explore fascinating topic from the history. We're going to talk about one of the most influential figures in world history, Genghis Khan, his rise and fall. He was the founder and first ruler of the Mongol Empire, which stretched from China to Europe at its peak in the 13th century. It was the largest contiguous land empire ever created, covering about 9 million square miles or 23 million square kilometers. That's equivalent to the size of Africa or 2/3 of Asia. But how did Genghis Khan achieve this remarkable feat? And what caused his empire to fall apart after his death? In this video series, we'll try to answer these questions and more. To understand Genghis Khan's rise and fall, we need to go back to the 12th century, when he was born as Temujin in the Mongol homeland in Central Asia. The Mongols were a nomadic people who lived in clans and tribes that often fought with each other over resources and territory. They had a harsh and rugged lifestyle, relying on horses, hunting, and raiding for survival. They also had a strong sense of honor, loyalty, and courage, as well as a belief in Tengrism, a religion that worshipped the sky god Tengri and other natural spirits. Temujin's life was full of challenges and hardships from an early age. His father Yasugei was a chieftain of the Borjigin clan, but he was poisoned by a rival tribe when Temujin was only 9 years old. His family was then abandoned by their tribe and left to fend for themselves in the harsh steppe. Temujin had to fight for his survival against enemies, hunger, and cold. He also had to deal with internal conflicts within his family, such as his half-brother Bektar who tried to usurp his authority. Temujin eventually killed Bektar in a fight when he was 16 years old. Despite these difficulties, Temujin managed to overcome them and gradually build up his power and influence. He made alliances with other tribal leaders, such as Jamukha and Togrul, who became his friends and mentors. He also married Borte, a woman from the Karaite tribe, who gave him 4 sons, Joki, Chagatai, Ogidi, and Talyui. These sons would later play important roles in his empire. Temujin's ambition was not limited to uniting the Mongol tribes. He also wanted to expand his domain beyond the steppe and conquer other lands and peoples. He saw this as a divine mission given by Tengri, who he believed had chosen him as the ruler of all Mongols and all men. In 1206, he was proclaimed as Genghis Khan by a council of tribal leaders called a Kurultai. This title meant universal ruler or oceanic ruler in Mongolian. It marked the beginning of his legendary career as a conqueror and an emperor. Genghis Khan was a brilliant military leader and a visionary ruler. He unified the Mongol tribes and expanded his empire through a series of conquests that spanned across Asia and Europe. He defeated powerful empires such as China, Persia, Russia, and the Islamic world. He also established a system of administration, law, and trade that facilitated his rule. Genghis Khan's administration was based on meritocracy and loyalty. He appointed his generals and governors based on their abilities and achievements, not on their birth or rank. He also rewarded them with lands, titles, and wealth for their services. He divided his empire into 4 regions or khanates, each ruled by one of his sons or grandsons. These were the Great Khanate, which included China and Mongolia, ruled by Ogidi Khan, his 3rd son. The Chagatai Khanate, which included Central Asia and parts of India, ruled by Chagatai Khan, his 2nd son. The Ilkhanate, which included Persia and parts of the Middle East, ruled by Hulagu Khan, his grandson. The Golden Horde, which included Russia and parts of Eastern Europe, ruled by Bata Khan, his grandson. Genghis Khan's law was based on justice and order. He issued a code of laws called the Yasa, which regulated various aspects of Mongol life, such as warfare, taxation, religion, marriage, inheritance, and crime. The Yasa aimed to maintain peace and harmony among the diverse peoples under Mongol rule. It also imposed severe punishments for offenses such as murder, theft, adultery, treason, and desertion. Genghis Khan's trade was based on commerce and exchange. He promoted trade and commerce throughout his empire by building roads, bridges, postal stations, and caravanserais. He also ensured the safety and security of merchants and travelers by enforcing a policy of free trade and religious tolerance. He encouraged cultural and intellectual exchanges among different civilizations by sponsoring scholars, artists, craftsmen, and missionaries. He also supported scientific and technological innovations such as papermaking, printing, gunpowder, siege engines, astronomy, medicine, and navigation. These were some of the features of the Mongol Empire under Genghis Khan's rule. It was a remarkable achievement that brought unprecedented prosperity and stability to Eurasia. But it was also a fragile one that depended on the charisma and authority of Genghis Khan himself. Thank you for watching this video, The Rise of the Genghis Khan. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for the next part of this video series, where we'll explore the fall of the Genghis Khan. How did this vast empire collapse after Genghis Khan's death? What were the factors that led to its decline and fragmentation? Stay tuned, we'll try to answer these questions and more.